Well, it's been a little bit since we recorded last. I did finish the town hall, but I have a recording to post with that. But I've done a little bit of updating this last week. I didn't quite have the voice to speak. Um, so with that, we'll go ahead and we'll start our guard shacks. So I already built, I got two of them here, another two here. And eventually we'll have more than four because they start to complain that they don't have a shack near them or a guard tower near them. So for your military, it's right here. So like all your housings, your building, kitchen, all that. But we're going to do military, guard tower. Barrack comes later with research. So we want our guard tower. Now level A, you have to clear it first. If you ever go build and you don't see it, hit X and that'll clear it because most likely it's over at your old place. So we have two options. We have Tower A, Tower B. So first, Tower A, you can rotate it around so the door's facing us. This is Tower A. So as you get to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. So with these, you could even like connect them to some of your walls if you wanted to, but there is windows, so that makes me curious if they're supposed to connect. And then the other option is Tower B. Let's turn this around to face us. It's just really high up in the air. And this is level 1, level 2, level 3. So level 1 and 2 is pretty easy. It's all wood. And then we start getting into paper. Level 4 gets more decorative. And then level 5 has that tower. And that's that look that I'm wanting to go for, to really get that tower look. And I think this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful tower to have in all four corners. And we can take a look up here. And so you have a watchtower right here that they can climb up the ladder and be able to look around and watch their colony. So I'm going to get that pushed up over here into the corner. And we can go ahead and push it up. And you have to stay within those borders. Let's go back into our regular view. Oops. Double click there. And you know that the dirt level is your level. And so I'll look at it in, level 5 and level 4 to make sure before I set it that everything's going to line up just right. So it looks like right now we're actually over the line, and if I try to set it, it'll tell me, that I'm outside of the border. And so that looks like it's going to be pretty good. And these guards, even as we increase like the research and so forth, they'll keep our colony safe. They'll attack the raids. They have a bed, so it will also open up another spot for a villager or another villager, and just start to expand on our colony. So that looks good there. So we're going to set this one, and we can go ahead and start with the builder on here. Manage workers. We do have the two builders. Let's go up here. Manage workers. Oops. That's not what I want to do. I want to do build. We don't have a worker yet. It looks like it's pretty simple. It's just going to be some spruce, some fencing, some cobblestone, a single rack and a bed. So it's a really straightforward build. Okay, and it's getting dark, so our builder's not even going to come yet. And then we'll go set a second one. Actually, we'll set all four. And we will get it into this corner. Later, we're going to have to get this removed, but it's going to be full of zombies. Okay, so it looks like it's in this corner. Let's look at level. I think level-wise, it's going to be pretty good. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and look and see who I had build that, because both sides should be, all three of those, the same guy. Build options, build, Toby, build, building. There we go. So he won't do them all at the same time. He'll finish one, and then we already have him assigned to the next one. So hopefully, if I recall, these guard towers will expand our boundaries. I don't remember how many chunks, but hopefully it'll be enough to make a difference. These little message boxes, he has something to complain about, and most likely, like I said, it's going to be the guard check, because they get scared. And same thing with him. He's going to want a guard shack. And they just quit working. If they're angry, they just stop production usually, which is super annoying. Check B. And it's trying to probably set it over where we were. So like I said, anytime if it doesn't show up, okay. Check our borders. Looks like it's good as far as this direction. I think we just went over because the big white line is over the thin line. So I have to go back one. There we go. And let's check level. Here's our gate. They'll clean out this dirt right here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So I just delivered the last of his materials that he needed. He's now fully 100% supplied. And let's go over and check. And hopefully he doesn't need anything. You know, we have our dining hall. As we can go and build our kitchen, and let's see what that takes. So it takes a smoker, which is going to be an oven, and then 4 planks around it. And I should have everything needed. Let's put that out. We got some planks here. Oh, no, maybe it needs wood. Let's try wood. There we go. So now we have the smoker. And then what was that? That was the smoker there. And then I think planks around it. Yep, there we go. So we have our chef's kitchen and our dining hall. Grab our building tool. You can leave other stuff in your builder set, but you don't want to forget that building tool. And I'm trying to think where I want to put that. This may be 2 good spots here. I might do an apartment complex over there. So let's go right over here. We'll go to the dining hall first. And again, we'll have to click the X button. Click the X button and try that again. Now we can see it. Let's find the front door. This looks like it'll be the front door right here. A lot of these are made for like a little step up. But back here in the back, like, we don't have a whole lot of dirt, so let's try dropping it down. We'll set it right there. We can fill in some dirt back there. Okay, so level 1, level 2, kind of, you know, still a little bit plain, but not too bad looking. Level 3 kind of gets a little bit more decorative. Looks like it adds some in the back too. Level 4, we're starting to get kind of that paper texture up top. And I really would like to bring this over. Oh, looks like there's a little water feature out there too. Go up one more. So it looks like that'll bring the dirt pretty close to right there. We'll have to cut down that tree. We'll go over just a little bit. There we go. So I'll bring it right here. We'll have to put a little bit of dirt in, and then that brings it almost square up to this piece here. That's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. We could bring it up to here. We bring it up this way. That'll kind of give us more of like a walkway here. So it's just a matter of just kind of playing with it until you find what you like. Okay, and so that level 5, again, is going to be a lot more decorative. And let's sleep right quick. Okay. I think that's going to be pretty good right there. We're going to have to clean up some dirt, bring in some dirt, and then hopefully we can put the other feature right here. We'll have to put some dirt around here because otherwise that water is going to be a mess. Let's do that right now before we set it. This is a nice thing how you can see it before. That's what these little blocks are telling you what you need. Okay, we just ran out. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this, and then it'll walk straight in right here. Okay, let's give it a good click, and probably could even go one more up. See what that does. Because once we put the road in, this is going to level out. Yeah, I think we're going to go at that level. Okay, check. We're not going to assign anyone just yet. And let's see if we can fit this kitchen in right beside it. Chef's kitchen. And that way they can walk back and forth to each other. Chef's kitchen. I might have double clicked that too much. There we go. I think that's on the same. Because we have it coming right off here, one up. That's one up. I think that's going to be the same level. Okay, so here, level 1, level 2. So we'll have the place where everything's cooked, and then we'll have the place where it's served, where they go to eat. That's going to be gorgeous when it's done. And it's also going to leave us a little bit of a pathway in between. So it looks like we have one guard tower done. we'll have a walkway on both. So I'm really happy with that positioning. Let's check as far as how forward that is, or if we need to go back a space or two. What I might do is a little bit of a cheat here, is if I put them side by side, it will actually build or give the appearance of being built. There we go. And that way I can check these the blue box and the white box. And I can see this one is 1 too forward. Okay, may still be one a little bit too forward. I think those are it right there. Okay, now I can scoot this over. So I want to have a little bit of a walkway in between. And then potentially, maybe we can put a little road. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 squares. How many squares do we have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Put one more. Okay, that looks good. So let's go check on our guard shacks. Make sure they're all done. Now with these guard shacks, that created 4 more beds for the villagers. So we'll have to hire 4 people. And we'll walk over. So this one looks like it's all done. And these are forester huts. This guy needs something. He needs a new axe. Here you go, buddy. And he needs some more food. He's about got that tree all done. So this one's done here in the corner. You can see that really bumped out our territory. Gave us a lot more building room. We need to put a building here so it opens up here. And then our other one's done here. Now I also added a bridge. And I wish now I made the mistake. I should have raised it up in the air. I put it right down on the ground, but it's not too bad. It just gives them a nice little bridge there. And then we have this other guard shack. We went with a different style on this one. And let's make sure. Okay, so we had columns. The reason for doing a different style here is this one's going to be all bricks. And I want to do a brick seawall all the way around this corner and put this one up a little bit higher. And then our very last guard shack is over in this far corner. So that way we have them in all 4 corners and they are patrolling. So that's about it for today. Our next one, we're going to most likely either go ahead and get these built or we will start our resident hall. And that way we have room for more villagers. So just to check, we should have 8 villagers now. We can do up to 20 without researching, and once we get the research done, that'll give us up to 50 villagers. Let's see here, which tab is that again? So it looks like we have 10, I believe, or that's out of happiness, that's a rating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, so we have 8 villagers. There it is. That's where the statistic is. And this lets us know, how the villagers are feeling. And the main thing is that we want them to all be happy. So we need to work on preventing the injuries and deaths. Hopefully now with the guards, that'll be prevented. Social factor, let's see, fellow citizens are unhappy due to sickness, unemployment, or homelessness. So I believe everyone has a job now, but we'll check. And then, or starvation. So we got to get that food done. And then here is we need more housing. They're staying in the tavern right now, and they don't really consider that housing. So we'll get housing built as well. So that wraps it up for today. Thank you all for viewing, and look forward to seeing you on the next